You want me to talk like this when you're pregnant? You're 16. You just turned 16. You just turned 16 last month.
Aborted? It happened.
Are
you serious?
So aborting?
Now you have to.
Oh my! This is because you put this in her head and make it seem like it's okay. It's not funny.
How the fuck is a child who's obviously a complete damn airhead going to raise and rear a child? And then you teach these young women, you don't need a man, you don't need him, you got us. And the child is growing up completely and totally dysfunctional. Hey, what's going on? It's Hicks Uncensored. I'm back with another one. For those of you who are new, welcome. Many of you guys know that I like to get straight into the video, but before I get into the video, there's a couple things that I'm gonna say. This channel is not monetized. You don't see any ads on this channel. I'm careful on the type of videos that I do because there's a lot of videos that I wanna do, but I don't do them because I know that I'm not gonna say everything that I wish and desire to say. This particular video that you're watching right now, I started not to post it. I re-listened to it, but I started not to post it. These type women in this video, they're so disgusting and they're damaging the mind of that child so much, it almost made me say some things that I probably shouldn't say. People will take the most offense to that in which they don't understand. Always ask yourself, why? Why is this person talking like this? Why does this person have the outlook or viewing on certain things that they have? Always think about why. I try to be careful about what I say. Even with this video that I'm about to do now, I only really say about 70% of what I'm actually thinking. I know that I can never really go full force for certain reasons that I wish not to say right now. I'm going to let the video play first in its entirety because this here is a prime example of how many of these mothers, they poison the conscious and the thought process of their children. And it's also a prime example of why strong, solid men you're needed within the family structure. I barely could even watch this damn video because it's so disgusting. Because I understand exactly what I'm seeing. I understand exactly what I'm viewing. I know what this is. This is a video to where a 16-year-old ended up getting pregnant and you have the daughter, the mother, and some other lady. They're pretty much going at the father. And the reason that they're going at the father is because he does not condone the fact that his 16-year-old daughter thinks that it's okay to be pregnant at 16. The mother is putting in her head that there's nothing wrong with what you did. It's totally fine.
Are you making it seem like it's just so cool? Like it's okay for her to be...
It is what it is.
No, she's 16.
No, I don't give a fuck. It is what it is.
What do you mean? You sound crazy.
I feel like you're making it bigger than what it is.
No.
I don't think it's.
I think it's her decision.
She's 16 years old.
But she's gonna be okay.
I understand that, but she's 16 years old. She's a baby.
And that's fine.
And that's, you want your kid to be better than you.
And that's fine. And we're gonna support her and make sure.
This is my daughter. I'm supporting her.
That's
But it's not if you're yelling at me.
Okay. Listen, you want me to talk like this when you're pregnant? You're 16. You just turned 16. You just turned 16 last month.
Aborted?
It happened.
Are you serious?
Aborting?
Now you have to.
Oh my! This is because you put this in her head and make it seem like it's okay. It's not funny. Stop! It's not funny. Stop laughing, bro. It's not funny.
It's funny.
Just because you had a kid at 15.
And I'm okay.
I'm not taking it far. This is my baby girl. This is my daughter.
I understand that, but it's already happened.
You can't get an abortion?
Like, I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay.
You can't control what's already
abortion is kind of crazy, but
It's get rid of it.
listen. It's not that. My point is, her mom is making it seem like it's okay. It's not okay.
I'm saying it is what it is, and it's.
It's not. It is what it is, bro. It's not. It's not.
Okay, so you want her to kill her baby.
So what do you want to do about it?
Honestly speaking, I really wish that you just was not like.
So what do you want me to do now?
What you gonna do?
First of all, bro, listen. This is my daughter you're talking about.
But
She's
she's
16 years old. She's not grown. She's not an adult. She's not an adult. You laughing? This is crazy. This.
If the mother and the stepfather is willing to,
No. I don't care about none of that. This is my daughter we're talking about. I really.
What do you
Listen, she still has time for an abortion. She's only 2 months. if you want, listen,
Well, that's
if you
a
want to
whole
have a
other
kid
topic.
Then
at
you should've
16
had
and ruin your life while you're still in school,
Then you should have had.
She's
full
not
custody.
ruining
I'm sorry,
it.
babe.
you stay out of it. You're not the mom.
My child was my biggest blessing.
Okay, I understand
want me to send
that.
her-
But you want another kid on top of your kid? This is another bill. She's 16 years old. She can't take care of her kid.
And she will be okay.
You're worried
Oh
about the
my
bill?
gosh, y'all are fried.
Okay.
You think this is okay?
So I have no say so, but you want me to pay per?
Wait,
You
be
want me to
honest. You
save
think
up
this is
for a
okay?
car?
Listen, it's not okay, but
What the
Right. That's my point. No, that's it. It's not okay. Stop making it seem like it's okay.
No, you can only do so much.
Okay, yeah, it happened. She's pregnant.
how about we just ask her, look, do you want to keep it or no?
I mean, I don't want to kill it.
But are you in a comfortable position with the father?
She's not.
Yeah.
Is he?
Figure
She's
it out.
not, right? Okay, bro. This is gonna
I
fall.
raised 5 kids by myself.
This is
so I
gonna
would
fall on me and her, and the mom is not gonna take it serious, bro.
I am taking it serious.
If I have them, then what do I need him for?
Exactly.
Okay, you know what?
Exactly.
Exactly. All right. I'm over it. That's enough said. Enough said. You said it's funny, right? Okay, cool.
No, because
Back.
you're just doing the most like it's not. Like it already
All right.
happened.
All right, that's cool. All right.
So you were able to see the video in its entirety. There are so many problems that I seen within viewing this video. Many of you wonder why a lot of these teenage girls are as fucked up mentally as they are. Look at their mother. You wonder why they walk around with this disrespect for men. Look at their mother. You wonder why they walk around with this nasty, filthy ass attitude that's gonna get their ass laid the fuck out. Look at their mother. You wonder why they don't think through anything, they don't strategize through anything. Look at their mother. You wonder why they are impulsive when it comes to making very important, life-changing decisions. Look at their mother. You wonder why they have 2, 3, and sometimes 4 baby daddies. Look at their mother. You cannot make degenerate behavior okay or act as if nothing's wrong with it. But I'm gonna play the video and I'm gonna stop it at certain points as I always do.
Are you making it seem like it's just so cool? Like it's okay for her to
It
be?
is what it is.
It is
No,
what it
she's
is.
16.
No, I don't give a fuck.
You don't give a fuck.
What do you mean? You
First
sound-
off, I don't even like how this bitch talking. It tells me a whole lot about you simply by how you're talking to the father of your child while being in front of your child. I don't give a fuck. But see, a lot of you guys, you put up with these bitches talking like this. Y'all ain't gonna like me in this video. You're going to end up unsubscribing. But know that what I'm saying, it's true and it's so. As I mentioned, I don't even like how she's talking. That tells me a lot about you when you speak with such a level of rudeness and disrespect. That don't work with men like me. I don't do well with people who have a disrespectful tone, man or female. We are going to collide. When somebody is raising a voice or speaking rude to me, I'm not going to go along simply to get along. I try to be a peaceful man, but goddammit, sometimes it's necessary to have confrontation. Upon watching this video, it's obvious and it's clear that she doesn't have any respect for the father of her daughter. And that's heavily prevalent throughout society any damn way. It's extremely prevalent to see these women who are completely rebelliant to their husband, to their boyfriend, to the man who they're in a relationship with. But how can you blame her? You motherfuckers, you sit up and you deal with bitches like this. You sit up and you deal with empty head bitches just like this. You don't see a problem with your 16-year-old daughter being pregnant and you say, well, I was pregnant when I was 15. I'm gonna let it play.
Oh, crazy.
I feel like you're making it bigger than what it is.
No.
I think it's her decision.
She's 16 years
How
old.
can it be her decision?
I understand that, but she's 16 years old. She's a baby.
And that's fine.
And that's, you want your kid to be better than you.
And that's fine.
See, this guy right here, I can already tell that, of course, it's obvious that they don't respect him. But I can tell he's not a force. I can simply tell by how he's talking. He's not a force. They don't respect him, obviously. And then the one who you see on the screen right here, see, notice how all of these women, her, the daughter, and the mother, they're all going against the father. Not only are they going going against the father, but they're doing it in a disrespectful manner. And this is what happens in society. You have the women who are extremely verbal about what they like, about what they want, about what they don't want, about what they're gonna do, about what they're not gonna do, especially in the work environment. I have seen this in the work environment so much. And what do the men do? The men typically just sit back, be quiet, go with the flow. Many of them don't want any confrontation with the women. Many of them are pretty weak and don't want to check this bitch because they don't want any adversity. So they pretty much just let her say what she want to say, make big decisions no matter how much she's making a bad decisions. They pretty much just sit back and let her do shit because they know that she's hard-headed and she won't listen to shit. Weak men, that is. Notice how that demon of a mom said, I had a baby at 15. She's talking about how she had a baby at 15 and nothing is wrong with her. But look at the little girl. The little girl is looking at her mom saying this, and the little girl says, see, it's fine. I'm gonna play it back so you can see it again.
But she's 16 years old. She's a baby.
And that's fine.
Look at the daughter. Look at the daughter's face.
Better than you.
And that's fine. And we're gonna support her.
You're going to have a lot of these Jezebel-minded women who is ready and willing to combat him. They're ready and willing to go against him. And the reason that I believe that they do this is because in their mind, they're like, I want to show him that I'm smart. He's going to see that I'm not dumb. He's going to see that I'm intelligent. He's going to see that I'm equal to him. And then they turn around and do some stupid ass shit or make a dumbass decision. Notice how these are three different females. One is a teenager and the other ones are full-grown adults, and they all think the same. I'm not saying that this is the case for all women. Of course not. I'm specifically talking about these type women who you see on the screen in front of you right now because they are a representation of many cases out there, and men know exactly what I'm talking about. There is some men out there right now who are dealing with this same kind of nonsense. Why in the hell do this 16-year-old girl who's pregnant, she think just like the mom? The mom think just like her. Where do you think she got it from? Where do you think she got this dysfunctional way of thinking from? I've seen a lot of these so-called mothers who are trying to be the best friend of their daughter. The mother's only about 15 or 16 years older than the daughter. The mother has that same hood rat way of thinking, and that daughter has adopted that same type of thinking, courtesy of her mother.
I'm supporting. This is my daughter. I'm supporting her.
But obviously not if you're yelling at me.
Obviously, and I don't like the way this little girl is talking. Again, she learned this shit from her mother. She's being really rude and disrespectful to her father, that in which she has seen her mother do. She has grown up and she has seen her mother speak disrespectfully to her father. She has saw how rude and sassy her mother is to her father. She's even in this video rolling her eyes at her dad. You little bitches is out of order. You are so far out of order, and you are completely removed from rational thought. You wouldn't even be able to understand. You are so mentally done, over with, and gone that you wouldn't be able to understand. You have these weak ass, cowardly thinking so-called men dealing with these mouth babbling, societal thinking ass bitches, and you wonder why your family structure is totally crumbling and breaking down. You wonder why there's so much discord in your household amongst the man and the woman. You wonder why a lot of these women, they sit up and they turn the children against the father.
Okay, listen, you want me to talk like this? When you're pregnant, you're 16. You just turned 16.
Look at her face. She's rolling her eyes at her daddy. She disrespectful just like that mother. And a lot of you guys, you sit up and you deal with women who are extremely disrespectful. You have sex with them and you make children with them. You cannot build a strong family structure with a bitch like this. And you wonder why I talk how I talk about these type females. You wonder why I use the verbiage that I use about these type females. Of course, I'm not talking about all women, because I know that when a woman is in her natural state, when a woman is doing what's vital to the title of a woman, when a woman is being a a helpmeet, when the woman is a honorable woman, when that woman is a woman of dignity, when that woman has not allowed the wickedness and backwardness of society to soil how she thinks, when that woman is a loving woman, when that woman is a gentle woman, when that woman has not allowed the serpent to get into her ear and manipulate her conscience and trick up how she thinks, then I know that that woman is a gift from God. But when she's the complete opposite of everything that I just said, man, that bitch is damn near your enemy, and you're sleeping with her every night and you're making children with her, and then she's turning around and using the children against your dumb ass. There are guys out there who know exactly what I'm talking about, but most men are not willing to be verbal about some of the things that I'm talking about. Most men keep these things inside of their heads, and they listen to videos like this and they nod their head in total agreement. They know if they were to be verbal about some of these things that I'm talking about, then women will come out in droves to say, oh, you hate women, you don't like women, you hate women, you're gay, you're misogyny, all this old dumbass shit that they be saying anytime they hear something that agitates them or strikes their nerve that they know is true deep down inside. Many of you don't see what I see when I look at this video. This little girl right here is listening to everything this wicked ass bitch is saying. All of that is going into her conscience. You're not even ashamed of the fact that you're 16 and pregnant. And my question is, at 16, what the fuck are you doing not using a condom any damn way? Why is that not something that's being said? When I was 16, it was never a thought in my mind to have sex without a condom. That was never a thought in my mind. It didn't even run across my mind because I never wanted to do anything that would hinder me. I never wanted to do anything that will hold me back or keep me away from my advancement. Now, this little 16-year-old girl, she's pregnant by a guy who she pretty much, they're not together, and that other guy that you see, that's her new boyfriend. You motherfuckers have broken up before the baby is even born because you are out, you just fun fucking. That's what you doing. You're fun fucking. You got all of these different dudes you fucking on that's coming in your pussy, go from one guy to another because you've been told what he won't do, another one will. So you go from one guy to another and they're all fucking on you and you think that it has no effect on you. But people who are looking from the outside in, the people who are knowledgeable, the people who understand exactly what's going on, they see that all of these damn different no good ass guys you've been fucking with, it has an effect on your ass. You can't even get in a decent relationship and pair bond properly because you have been with so many different dudes who you have went through so many different bad experiences with because you don't know how to pick a decent guy. And the men who you really need to be dealing with, the men of quality who you really should be around, they're smart enough to know not to fuck with you. They just simply fuck on you because they know that you are damaged. They know that you are an empty soul, and then you get in your mid and late 30s and then you're talking about you want something real. You want a real man. And then you try to manipulate men by pretending that you're a woman of class, by pretending that you're a woman of quality, when really you are a empty, fucked up, damaged soul who loves the hood rat city girl culture with your gameless ass. Then you end up getting pregnant by a motherfucker who never wanted to have a baby with you any damn way. And then you sit up and you listen to that old gameless ass bitch of a mom you have, and she's telling you poison like, you don't need him. You don't need him. You have us. You have us. What is that supposed to mean? Because the way I understand things, you absolutely do need the father of your child in the life of that child. What's wrong with y'all? We have seen the results in the data of children who are raised in these single mother homes where that mother is the only teacher. She cannot be the only teacher. This is why I tell guys, maintain being a part of your child's life. Try to maintain being a part of that child's life. You cannot allow some of these women to be the only damn teacher and the only source of that damn child. Because many of them, I hate to say this, but they fuck up the psyche of that child. Why do you think that when a lot of these kids get older, they have such a terrible relationship with their mother? Because they realize that it wasn't their father. It was their mother keeping them away from their father. It was their mother pretty pretty much doing things and saying things, manipulating their conscience against their father. I'm telling you, if you look at a lot of these things, a lot of these kids, they get older and they can't stand their damn mom. Many of you say things like, well, these men ran off. They don't want to help the women. Yes, you do have a lot of men who just lazy as fuck, don't want to do nothing. But also, you have a lot of these guys who the family court, they are just thrashing men all across this nation. The family court has their foot so far up the ass of some of these men that he barely can survive. Not just that, but you have this woman who's to turn his damn children against him. And you can tell that that's what's being done right here. Why in the hell is this little 16-year-old girl this rude and this disrespectful to her father? Ask yourself that. Where do you think she got that from? Why do you think that she thinks that what she's doing is okay? She obviously thinks there's nothing wrong with it. She's obviously not ashamed of running her mouth to her damn dad. She's not ashamed of rolling her eyes at her father. Why do you think that is? Where do you think that came from? See, this is why I want to invite women onto this channel, because I want to know what your opinion is. I want to know what you would have to say about a video like this. I want to know what you would have to say about a dynamic like this. And I don't know why the fuck a lot of you guys out there, you continue to get women pregnant like this. You're trying to build something with a bitch who isn't worthy of building anything with.
Last month.
It happened.
Are you serious?
So
Aborting-
now you have to now
Look at
you
how
have
all of them
Oh
are
my-
going against
This
him.
is because you
This
put
bitch
this
is
in
a
her
joke.
head
Look how
and
she
make it seem like
laughing and playing. These bitches are silly, very immature. You're laughing about a completely life-changing, serious matter of your daughter being pregnant. But in addition to that, do you know why she's also laughing? She's laughing because she thinks that that guy is a joke. She don't take him serious. Obviously, she don't respect him, but she thinks that he's a joke. She's laughing in his face. And so is the daughter. The daughter has her head turned, and I'm nearly certain that she's smiling, cheesing, and laughing too, because that's what she see her mom doing. How the fuck is a child who's obviously a complete damn airhead going to raise and rear a child? And then you teach these young women, you don't need a man, you don't need him, you got us. And the child is growing up completely and totally dysfunctional. You've seen how a lot of these damn teenagers are out here in this world. You have seen how a lot of these teenagers' minds are. Their minds are so undeveloped, and they come from households just like this with these type women. And many of you women, you hear the things that I say and you take what I'm saying as an attack on all women. I'm not attacking women. I'm attacking this fucked up behavior. I'm attacking this wicked way of thinking. I am attacking this diabolical way of doing things. But you have been taught to, when you hear a man like me, he's misogynist, 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 and you don't even know what the fuck misogyny is. That's why you use it out of turn. That's why you use it out of context, because you really don't know what it is. It's just a buzzword that you have been hearing other women say, and you just keep throwing it out there loosely. And another thing that they say, narcissistic. He's narcissist. He's a narcissist. Bitch, be the fuck quiet. You don't want anybody to say anything about your fucked up behavior. That's why you say things like, don't judge, don't judge. The real reason that you say that is because you know deep down inside that what you have done is fucked up and it's wrong. And you don't want anybody to say anything about it. You want to continue on within your stupidity. You do not want your ignorance, your foolishness, and your stupidity to be disturbed. You can be a listening and loving man while still running your household firmly. These motherfuckers got something to say about everything. You got something to say about everything, yet you know nothing. Many of the decisions that females like this have made, it has led them in a bad position. Why do you think that they got 3 baby daddies? Why do you think that they got 5 kids and they don't get along with none of the fathers? Look at the lives of someone. Start looking at and paying close attention to the lives of someone, because it will tell you a lot about them. They have an opinion in on everything, but they know so little. They want to talk about so much, but they are so uninformed. Their life is full of inconsistency. Their life is full of hypocrisy. Shut the fuck up. And then when you hear a motherfucker like me talk, you get offended. You're not getting offended because I'm telling a lie. You're getting offended because how I say it. You're getting offended because of the verbiage that I use. Don't like what I say? Disprove it. Don't like what I say? Deconstruct it. I'm all for men and women building with one another, being successful with one another, building a strong family and building a strong household, raising productive children. We don't sit up and teach our children dysfunction and teach them that it's okay, because that's what you're doing. Whether you're doing it directly or whether you're doing it indirectly, you are teaching this young girl that what she did, it's not a big deal. It is a big deal. Maybe in your wicked mind, in your diabolical mind, it's not a big deal. It is a big deal. You have a damn child who's about to have a child. Well, look at her mother. Her mother is her inspiration. Her mother said, well, I had a baby at 15. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm fine. Oh, you think you're fine. You think that you're fine. You think that nothing's wrong with you, because a person who is fucked up, mindless, delusional, and silly, they don't know that they are. This little girl don't know what she up against. And you make her feel like what she's doing is okay. Now by the time she 18 or 19, she gonna probably be to had her second child. Having a baby don't stop your life. Having a baby don't stop your life. These are the things that I've heard them say. It would behoove you to focus on getting into something sufficient for your life, taking care of business in your life. You want to have a baby so damn bad. I'm gonna let the video play again, but that's another thing. You want to have a damn child so bad. I'm gonna talk about that a little later.
It's okay. It's not funny. Stop. It's not funny. Stop laughing, bro.
Silly
it's
ass
not funny.
bitch.
It's funny.
Just because you had a kid at 15,
And I'm okay.
I'm not taking it
You're
personal.
okay.
My baby,
You think
it's
you
my
are.
I
daughter.
understand that, but it's already happened. You
And
can't
then you keep saying things
I'm
like
trying to
that.
figure it out.
Okay,
You can't control what's already
abortion is
happened.
kind of crazy, but
Look at her. I've had it with this little bitch. I've had it with this little 16-year-old little broad. I don't know for the life of me why, guys, you sit up and you deal with these rude ass women. You have not really dealt with no damn man. Look at the face on this mother. You should be telling your daughter don't talk to her father like that. Lower your voice. I'm telling you, a lot of these women, as I've stated, they are turning their children against the father. This happens all the time. Women hate when men talk about these kind of things, especially when a motherfucker like me start talking about it. You don't want anybody talking about your nonsense. You say things like, well, that's not all women. That's not all. Of course we know it's not all women. However, it is a major problem amongst the family structure. You wonder why all of these mishaps, all of these issues, all of these problems occur. It's because of how you think. You don't want to listen to anything. You are rebellious to the core. There is nothing that Satan loves more than the ear of a woman. There is nothing that Satan loves more than the ear of a woman who's idle-minded.
listen, it's not that. My point is,
It's
the
not
mom,
for what it
her
is.
mom is making it seem like it's okay. It's not okay.
I'm just saying it is what it is, and it's
It's not. It is what it is, bro.
because you don't
It's
really
not.
give a
It's
fuck.
not.
So you want her to kill her
So
baby?
what do you want to do about it?
Honestly
Exactly.
speaking, I really wish
Look at her.
that you just was not like.
So what do you want me to do now?
Oh my God, man, this is painful to watch. The mother is yelling at the father. The daughter is yelling at the father. This other broad over to the right of the screen, I'm telling you, this is what women do in these societies. They all go against the man. I have seen this countless of times. This exists. It may not exist in your world, but this happens and it's prevalent. I wouldn't even be comfortable. The man in me wouldn't even allow a woman to raise her voice at me like this. But this has been a long time coming. This has been a long time coming. They've been disrespectful to him for quite some time. This just didn't start within this video. See, a lot of you guys, you have to really dissect what's going on here. You need to really ask yourself, why does this girl feel so comfortable with raising her voice rolling her eyes and speaking incredibly rude to her father. If I'm wrong, then fuck it, I'm wrong. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to see things from a different perspective. But this behavior, I hate this shit. I hate this kind of behavior with a passion because I know what it does. I know what this wicked behavior does. And when I look at people today, I can just see that they are so of this world. They are so deep in society. They are so deep in what this world wants. They love the world. And it's interesting because I thought of a scripture in the book of John where it talks about do not love this world or anything in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. And that is such an interesting scripture that I always remember. Many of you are so far gone spiritually that you ain't gonna really get what I'm saying. You are so done and over with spiritually. You are so engulfed within this wicked society that a motherfucker like me, you're not gonna understand me, and that's okay because I know that only a few will get this. I'm not here for big numbers. I know everybody ain't gonna get this. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, then you don't. You ain't supposed to be here. Don't you understand that the structure of the family is completely collapsing? How do you think that this came about? And because I know how many of you have been taught and conditioned to think, there's gonna be somebody out there that say, he's blaming women. He's blaming women. No, I am not blaming women. I'm only specifically talking about her in this video or an individual who acts just like her. Because with certain types of women who don't like what men like me say about certain types of women is they try to make it seem as if I'm talking about all women when in reality, I'm talking about a certain type of woman. So what they do is they want other women to hate what I say like they do, which also goes back to what I said about they don't want anybody saying anything about their fucked up behavior and the things that they do. How in the hell is a man and a woman supposed to raise, rear, and bring up successful, productive children when they're at odds with one another? I have seen how the system, but not just the system, I understand the wicked tactics of Satan. I know how he used women against men. I have seen it. I see it all the time. You wonder why your household is a mess. You wonder why you bounce from one dick to another, to another, to another, to another, to another. You wonder why you got 3, 4, 5, 6 damn kids and you don't get along with any of the fathers that you have had children by. Think about that. You got 5 damn kids. You got 3 or 4 baby daddies. I've seen this. And you don't get along with none of them?
First of all, bro, listen, this is my daughter you're talking about.
But
She's 16 years old. She's not grown. She's not an adult. She's not an adult. You laughing. This is crazy. This is
because the bitch don't care.
The mother and the stepfather is willing
Stepfather.
to, you know.
No. I don't care about none of that. This is my
Okay, so what are
daughter
you
we're talking
willing to
about.
do about it?
I really.
What do you
she's
feel like
listen.
you
She
do?
still has time for an abortion. She's
I don't
only.
want you
She's
want me
only
to
2
kill my
months.
child.
If you
Think about how that sounds. I'm looking at a 16-year-old girl, a 16-year-old child who knows nothing. Let's be real. These kids don't know what kind of decisions they're making, but you in this wicked ass society that you love so much, you think that, yeah, give her the responsibility of making her own decisions. 16-year-old girl, you want me to kill my child? And that goes back to what I said. You want to be pregnant so bad. You want to have a baby so bad. You wanted to be pregnant, I believe. And I understand it's in the nature of a woman to want to be pregnant, to want to bear a child, to want to carry a child. But you shouldn't even be thinking about being pregnant and no damn 16 years old. Believe it or not, they did it on purpose. It wasn't no accident. Many of them, they were doing what they were doing. They could care less if they had got pregnant because they don't mind. That's the truth of the matter. Allowing a damn 16-year-old to make life-changing decisions, it's beyond me. You got these mindless parents making these teenagers feel like they're doing what's right. You're making these teenagers feel like they can make great decisions when in actuality, they're making terrible decisions. I feel sorry for a lot of you men out there who have women like this. I really do. Because there's a lot of beautiful-minded women who are out here who are not like this, who are the complete opposite of this, who speak against this.
Listen, if you want to have a kid at 16 and ruin your life while you're still in school,
Then you should have had.
She's not ruining it.
Then you should have had full
you stay out of it.
custody.
You're not the mom.
See, these bitches, they just be talking. And he say, you stay out of it, you're not the mom. See, he's speaking really nice. And this woman right here in the gray, I realize this is actually his new girlfriend. So this is his new girlfriend, his baby mama, and then his 16-year-old daughter. And what I see with this, he the one that got a new damn woman that is just as dumb, stupid, and foolish as his baby mama. And this is what I'm talking about with a lot of you dumbass niggas. You sit up and you deal with these old devil-minded bitches. You sit up and you deal with these Jezebel, Medusa, sick snake head ass bitches. And you wonder why there is so much discord amongst you and her. You wonder why you guys can never see eye to eye. But he is speaking so nice. They don't respect that nice shit. I know these type bitches. They don't respect that shit. I know them. A lot of these women that tell you themselves, I'll walk all over him. I've heard them say it. Oh, I will walk all over him. But you got a lot of weak ass males out there. Why do you think that you have women like this? Why do you think that you have women like this? Because there is a lot of men out there who are spiritually weak. Spiritually and mentally weak. And you don't check shit. You need to check shit in the door. I don't give a fuck where I am. I'ma check things. I could be at work and I'm gonna check shit, but I'm going to do it in a professional manner because how I would check somebody at work is different from how I would check them on the street. You have to check them according to the environment that you're in. And you have to know how to professionally and adequately check some damn body. I remember I had to check this one girl at work for saying something slick to me. Boy, did I check that bitch. She quickly realized she ain't talking to the average motherfucker because usually when I'm at work, I'm just quiet. I don't even like to talk. I don't even like to really deal with people. I really don't. And she probably thought I was some soft guy that she could just say whatever the fuck she want to say to, and she saw different.
My child was my biggest blessing.
Okay, I understand that. But you want another kid on top of your kid? This is another bill. She's 16 years old. She can't take care of her kid.
Look at this.
You worried
Oh
about
my
the bill?
gosh, y'all are fried.
Okay.
This little girl ain't got no respect for her father. You gotta be one wicked motherfucker to turn your child against the other parent. We know that this exists. We know that this happened a lot. And then she just sit there and she starts laughing.
You think this is okay?
So I have no say so, but you want me to pay per?
Bitch, be quiet.
Wait,
You
be
want me
honest.
to
You
save
think
up
this is
for a
okay?
car?
Listen, it's not okay, but
What the
Right. That's my point.
See, listen to her. She say, what the fuck does he have to do with it? They don't respect men. If most guys were like me, this shit wouldn't even be going on. She's sitting saying, well, what the fuck do he have to do with it? So this is her boyfriend. This is her new boyfriend from my understanding. She's pregnant with a baby from a guy who she previously dealt with before dealing with him. And she said, what the fuck did he got to do with it? It just tells me so much about what you said and how you say it. Discard whatever he thinks. Cause I can guarantee you, whoever got her pregnant, he don't want no baby with her ass. That's why they not together now. You just out fun fucking.
No, that's it. It's not okay. Stop making it seem like it's okay.
See how all of them are talking?
Okay, yeah, it happened. She's pregnant.
how about we just ask her, do you want to keep it or no?
He don't know no damn better. Boy, I tell you, this is terrible. I'm not even really getting all of my thoughts out like I want to, but this is terrible because this happens a lot. This is going on somewhere right now. This is exactly why a lot of you men need to stay within the life of your child as much as possible. But then again, I understand that many of these women, they take this court system and they use it against you. They fill up the heads of their children with all types of poison and venom.
I want to kill it.
But are you in a comfortable
this.
position with the father?
not.
Is he? She's not, right?
She gonna say
bro.
it.
This is gonna
I
fall.
raised 5 kids by myself.
This is
I
gonna
bet you did, bitch. Listen to this kind of dysfunction. I raised 5 kids by myself. See, this is how I know that I know what I'm talking about. And see, one thing that they say is, I raised 5 kids by myself, or I raised such and such by myself. Are you really appropriately and effectively raising them? Because we've seen how children turn out that come from up under the roof of a household of a mother like you. So are they really raising productive members of society? Most likely not. Not only that, but really and truthfully, you should be embarrassed to say that you raised 5 kids by yourself, because that's telling me something. To a thinking person, to a thinking man or a woman, that's telling me something that you had to raise 5 children by yourself. You think that you raised them when really all you did was just drag them up through life. You maintained them. That's all you did. You didn't raise them. You just maintained them. Because any thinking person would say, why is it that of all of these kids, the man is not there? What's going on? Why is it that you got 2 or 3 different baby daddies and none of them are sticking around? Why is it that all of the guys you deal with, they're raggedy men? Why is it that all of the guys you deal with, they ain't shit? Oh, I get it. Bitch, you ain't shit. It can't all be the man's fault. It is not all his fault. Will they be somewhat to blame? Sure. But why is it that you're raising 5 children by yourself? And a lot of times you got to really understand what these women are really saying. A lot of times they have 5 children and they're getting help from the fathers, but they do not acknowledge that they're actually getting help from the fathers. They walk around saying that they're single mothers when they're actually getting tons of help from those fathers. But when you hear single mother, you automatically in your mind think, okay, she's raising children by herself. When you hear single mother, that's what clicks in your mind. Oh, that's a woman who's single and raising children by herself. You don't think about, okay, she's no longer with the father. He is helping, she's just not with him, and she is labeled as a single mother because she's not with him. You don't get that he's actually helping. She's not single in the sense of she's doing everything by herself. The entire financial load is on her alone. Because a lot of these women, they're claiming the single mother status, but they're still receiving help from that father. They're claiming the single mother status when that father is prevalent in the life of that child. But you say single mother as if it's just you and you alone. Everything is totally on you. They don't acknowledge that the fathers of their children are actually helping them. They won't acknowledge that. They want things to appear as if they're doing it all by themselves with no help, when in actuality, that's not the case. The point is, this mother, along with the rest of these bitch babbling women, you are making these little girls feel like their dysfunction is okay. You make them feel like the wrongdoing that they are engaging in, you make them feel like it's okay and there's nothing wrong with it. It's not like the little girl is sitting there down about it, feeling ashamed about it, wishing that she never did it, wishing that she can turn back the hands of time. I believe she did this shit on purpose. A lot of them, contrary to what most of you may think or believe, they get pregnant on purpose. I've heard a lot of these little young girls out of their mouth, they be like 18 years old, they out fun fucking, having sex and all of this different type of shit, and they say, I'm not trying to prevent pregnancy. I had a girl tell me that.
A fall on me and her, and the mom is not gonna take it serious, bro.
I am taking it serious.
If I have them, then what do I need him for?
Exactly.
Okay, you know what?
Exactly.
Exactly. All right. I'm over it. That's enough.
Look at this old silly ass bitch. Look at this old silly, empty head, retarded ass bitch. And you wonder why I talk how I talk. Exactly. You have these old mindless, airhead, feeble-minded, infantile thinking, gameless ass bitches putting this type of thought into their children. That's why that young girl feels comfortable to say the things that she's saying. Talking about, if I have them, then what do I need him for? You think that you can raise a child effectively by yourself, because for so many decades they've been saying single mothers, they've been applauding single mothers, but you are getting the results of single motherhood. Look at these children. I'm watching these little boys out here. They are feminine as hell. They don't know how to handle situations. They don't know how to control how they feel. They do not know how to problem solve. They come from up under these single mothers. mothers. Just the other day, I seen some little 17-year-old boys. They had to be about 17, 16. Do you know that these little niggas was out here riding bikes out in the street with bonnets on their damn head? Where do you think they got that from? What type household do you think that they came from while they're out here in public riding bikes and outside with bonnets on their head? Because a father, a man, would correct this dysfunctional type of behavior and you wouldn't even see it taking place because it would have been corrected in the home before these kids go outside. Sometimes it will take a matter of decades before you even realize that you've been doing the wrong thing, before you even realize that you've been making major mistakes. But it took a matter of decades for you to see the results of these young girls and boys growing up in these single parent homes. More than a little bit, the child is unsuccessful. Look at all of these little criminal little boys. Look at these criminal little girls. Look at all of these dysfunctional children. They come from these single mother ran homes. And then you say, if I have them, what do I need him for? You have been taught that you don't need a man to raise your child. This is why your kids are fucked up. Many of them, when they're young, they don't realize, see, or understand that there are things that are very valuable that the presence of a man will bring to the household. A lot of them never even dealt with a man. Not just that, but a lot of these women, they do not want to admit that they actually need a man because they know that other women are going to ostracize them. They know that other women are pretty much going to speak down on them for saying that. They want to maintain this image like they're strong and independent when they're the total opposite. You take these kids and you toxify their minds either knowingly or unknowingly. You teach them all type of backward shit that in your mind it makes sense, but look at the results of what you have taught them. And I ain't even gotta go over all of these things. You can look that up for yourself. Look at the delinquent youth. Many of them come from these single mother homes. And I can't even say that she's running the household because she's not. She's just there and the child is doing whatever the hell ever. And it's pitiful. Look at the face of these two dumbass idiots. The daughter and this dumbass mother. I can look at this bitch and I can just tell she wicked. Totally wicked thoughts, a wicked mind, and a wicked way of processing things. Because you're so of this world. You are so engulfed in this wicked society, in this wicked way of thinking. If I have them, then what do I need him for? You little bitches is out of y'all's mind. I would teach to my son to be vigilant of a little bitch like this. This is why you men, it is a must that you stay apart the life of your children. There are going to be things that they need to be warned of. There are going to be things that you must teach them. You have to teach yourself first. You have to learn yourself first. You have to strengthen your mind first. You have to strengthen your spirit first so that you can strengthen the spirit of your children, so that you can strengthen the spirit of your child, so that you can strengthen the mind of your children. You must teach them to be vigilant of wickedness. Many of you are totally unaware of what you're even seeing. I would totally teach my son to stay clear of a little bitch like this. A snakehead, Medusa, Jezebel bitch like this. Stay clear of them. You have to teach them how to recognize this. I'm the type of father that I would forewarn my son. I don't want to see my son on no damn child support. I don't want to see my damn son in the family court. I don't want to see my son having the mother of his child turn the child against him. Dumbass daughter, dumbass mother. And I can tell that father, he ain't really solid and strong as he should be. I can tell by how he talking. A lot of the shit that I say, I'm passionate about what I say and I speak with conviction. If you can bring me some information, if you can bring me your point of view and it's logical, I can listen and I can learn. And I can maybe rearrange or adjust some of my thoughts. They got the most clever ways of displaying idiocy. They have the most clever ways of displaying and elaborating their foolishness.
You know what?
The silly ass.
All right. I'm
And then the daughter's down there repeating what she says. Take it back. Look.
All right.
Look at her hand. Look at her hand.
Okay.
Watch.
You know what?
Watch the daughter. See?
All right. I'm over it. That's enough said. Enough said. You said.
And the daughter's laughing. This man is a joke to them. You've allowed them to get away with this. You've allowed them to get away with this, man. And you wonder why a lot of guys, a lot of men who are solid, a lot of men who are thinking men, intelligent men of wisdom, they turn their backs on the community.
It's funny, right? Okay, cool.
No, because you're just doing the most.
Doing the most.
Like it already happened.
Like it already happened. You're doing the most. I'm telling you, this 16-year-old girl and her mother, they think just alike. I told you, a lot of these damn mothers out here, you're no different within your thinking from your teenage child. You are no different in how you process thought from your damn teenage child. Completely and totally fucking immature. Exactly. Bitch, are you in high school? Are you one of these little city girl hood rat bitches out here? You are just an older version of that. You are a older version of one of these little city girl, Megan Thee Stallion loving, Ice Spice listening to hood rat Jezebel monkey ass bitches. You gonna hate me. You ain't gonna like me. Cause I hate your behavior. I don't hate you. I hate your behavior because I know how detrimental it is. This is sad. And you wonder why I speak so vicious about this kind of behavior. And what I'm seeing all over the internet, I'm seeing more and more men, they're doing the same thing. I'm not even gonna say all of what I really wanted to say. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Family structure is a damn mess. The family structure is totally collapsed. It's a joke. And your children are open prey. Hicks Uncensored.